Is
Hey, you owe
everybody?
$20 from last time.
$20?
That's what you said to get us to come in.
I have to put that in installments.
You said.
Oh, we got one more to the group.
More the merrier. Alright. I'm Adam, and I'm here to emphasize the importance of having your dog spayed or neutered. According to animal shelter statistics, there's an estimated 70 million stray animals wandering the streets in this country at any point in time. And in 2019 alone, 625,000 animals were euthanized in shelters, many of which were not violent, were not sick, they just simply didn't have the room to hold them. So today I plan to cover the importance of getting your pet neutered and how it helps with the overpopulation problem, how it can actually save your money as a pet owner, and how it can make your life living with a pet more tolerable. I'll also talk about why a lot of people like to prefer to go to breeders and breed themselves, and hopefully dissuade you from doing such. So as I said before, there are 70 million stray animals wandering the streets at any point in time. That's a very staggering number. And the bottom line is there's just too many pets out there that need homes. Too easy to find a pet. Even if you want a specific breed, a shepherd or a collie or a dachshund, very good chance to find one in any shelters or in the area. Now there are an estimated 6 million pets entering animal shelters every year. So while rescuing from a shelter is a start, I encourage you to take a step further and actually get your pet fixed, get them spayed, get them neutered. The average dog litter can be anywhere from 5 to 12 puppies. So by fixing just one animal and preventing that litter from happening, you can potentially open up a dozen spots in animal shelters and homes that that can be filled with other pets. And not to mention the cost of running all these animal shelters. It's an estimated, from PetMD, an estimation of $2 billion spent in animal shelters every year. Not to mention the time and effort it goes into operating these. So, some people get dissuaded from fixing their animals because of the cost. The upfront cost can sometimes reach as high as $500 for a procedure like that. But it's actually surprising to learn that you can actually save money down the road by getting your pet fixed. Pets that are spayed or neutered have a lower chance of certain cancers and are less likely to develop some prostate issues, and which can cost you a lot of money down the road, much more than it would cost for a procedure to get fixed. Not to mention the cost of having a litter is expensive in and of itself. You have more shots, more vet visits, and more mouths to feed. Have to buy more food and spend more time taking care of these little puppies. So I've talked about the overpopulation problem and the financial benefits, but there's also benefits on a day-to-day basis when you have your dog fixed. The hormones, when a dog goes into heat, can cause them to be very energetic, very temperamental. They like to chew and can sometimes tear things up. Male dogs have been known to be aggressive, especially when there's a female dog present. And they can also be less attentive, easily distracted, more likely to run away out the door, trying to chase after a mate. And certain breeds can bark more, howl, and some cats have been known to spray in the house or pee on the walls and such. Now, why do people like to breed dogs? It can be very lucrative. Some certain breeds can go thousands of dollars for a particular breed. It's also a very old hobby, very rich history. Certain dog breeds can trace their lineages back over 100 years. And while it might seem like a shame to kind of stop doing this thing that's been going on for so long, the bottom line is there's just too many dogs out there that need homes. The downsides to all these dogs just outweighs the benefits of breeding and such. Now, I've looked into the downsides of breeding, the overpopulation problem, how it can help you monetarily, and how it can actually make it a more enjoyable home to live with a dog that's been fixed. And I've talked about why people like to breed dogs, and for those of you that do, you may disagree with my whole speech here, and I'm not going to sway your mind, but for those of you on the fence, I encourage you, get from a shelter, and like our favorite game show host Bob Barker used to say at the close of every show, help control the pet population, have your pets spayed and neutered. Thank you. That's it. Any questions? Joe, any rebuttals from you?
Hey, if you got a cat, yeah, cut his head off.
Oh, God.
So when you got a gorgeous animal that's a German Shepherd, why do you wanna stop that bloodline?
There's other German Shepherds in shelters that need homes.
But they're not
They're not running that bloodline.
But
But
registered.
that bloodline's gonna end in a home. They're gonna die, being euthanized or die on the streets from hunger.
So you're saying pet population? I mean, there's over 7 billion people in the world. What's the difference?
What do you mean?
I mean, is this a good idea to do this with humans?
That's a whole nother
I
can
mean,
of worms.
because
That's next week.
Hey,
I mean, I might.
I mean,
Okay,
I mean,
that's what
I
they,
particularly don't want to have biological kids of my own for a similar reason. If I were to get a child, I would want to adopt for basically the same exact reason. 'Cause
Hey,
there's kids in foster homes that need homes.
that's
as
what
well.
that COVID shot was for.
it sure was. But
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
not going into COVID.
I'm not for that. 'Cause
Yeah,
all
go
the
ahead.
Making sure